Hello guys, so today I'm going to be teaching you how to build this super cool and fun modern gazebo inspired by a savanna village. Hopefully this inspires you to build something of your own or to, insert it into one of your villages to spruce it up, give it a new little central piece. So hopefully you like my tutorial. So first, what I'm going to do is I found the central part of the village and I broke it and let the water run everywhere. Just kidding, don't do that part. But basically, I'm going to just block up all the water source, and then after I do that, I'm going to break the central piece and give a good stare at the brown banner, because the brown is my favorite color in Minecraft. That's just a lie. I don't like the color brown in Minecraft. It looks like some dookie, but it's okay. Anyways, and so then I'm gonna replace it all with grass. Why? I don't know. It's just my pet peeve when the ground isn't cohesive. So yeah, that's fun. And next I'm just going to break all the extra side pillars with the torches and the bell on it. And now I'm going to start building the main shape. So basically I'm going to make it a square shape because it's a modern build, and modern builds are all around I would say rectangle squares, and that's mainly modern builds that I've seen. At least I haven't seen, I'm pretty sure there are circular modern builds out there, but modern builds in my opinion are more of just angular and square like. That's just me though, but it can be different for everyone. And so then I'm going to be taking fence posts and going up, but later in the video you'll see me constantly switching things around and changing things, and I wanted to leave them in the video because I wanted to show people that it's okay to make mistakes and it's okay to change things on the fly, see what you like, see what you don't like. It's perfectly okay to do that. So you'll see me mess up a lot, and that's okay. And it's normal for everyone to mess up and need to try again. And so next I'm going to be placing stairs all the way around, so it's easier to get in. So that's just frustrating when you can't place the stairs correctly. That's annoying. But anyways, so now I'm going to place a block outside of where the corner stair would be, but I didn't want a corner stair, so I put a block instead. And so now I'm going to be removing all the fence posts and moving them. Oh, Snapchat notification. I'm so famous. Anyways, I'm actually not famous. That was just a joke. Okay, anyways, so I'm moving the fence posts to the corner block instead. Why? I don't know, just a better aesthetic, gives it more dimension, In Minecraft, it's very important because since the blocks are just so square and the blocks are just square, you don't want to fall into that trap of giving too much just blockiness, because if you want to build something intricate and beautiful, it's all about the details and trying to round out the edges as much as you can, rather than just keeping it block-like. But in modern builds, we're going to keep it block-like, but you also need to have that dimension. You want to show the dimension. Okay. Anyways, went on a little tangent. Backtracking to the video. So, I put acacia logs instead of planks because it gives it a little extra pop of color. And then I picked a side on which side I wanted to be the flat side, and I decided to break the stairs on that side, and then I began placing concrete as a wall. And as you can already see, now that I'm looking back at the video and I'm looking back at the finished build, you can already tell that, especially looking right now, that something's wrong with the build. You just can't quite tell what is wrong, what you can fix. And so now I'm trying to add things, and then I'm looking back, I'm like, no, that doesn't look right, so I get rid of it. And you can just tell that something's off, and I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, what can I add to make it look better? You always want to strive for better, because you can't be perfect all the time. And so then I realized I gotta maybe try changing the color, maybe adding like a different color of the roof, which I do end up doing in the end, but this is just experimenting right now. And so yeah, you can see me going around with the gray concrete instead of light gray to give it a little bit more color, because you want to add that different varieties of shapes and colors, and you want to be as eccentric as you can. And now I'm looking back and I'm like, this still doesn't feel right, but I'm gonna try to trust the process and see where it goes. And so I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the heck is this? What the heck is this? And so I'm like, okay, maybe let's do something different. Let's add some yellow, maybe see if that works. And it does work, but you can't really see it in the final product except for like near the corners. So I'm like, okay, maybe let's add some trapdoors, because, trapdoors give a good little oomph in the build, see how it goes, So I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't know. And so then I decided to add another thing of trapdoors all the way across on top of the other trapdoors, and I'm looking back and I'm like, okay, it's not awful, but the roof looks a little too high. And so then I began to contemplate the roof, and I just demolished it. I'm like, okay, this roof is too high, I'm gonna knock it down, start over, and see where it goes. So here I am, knocking it down a block on all sides. So now I'm looking at the trapdoors, I'm like, okay, now this is off. It doesn't feel right. And so then I decided to change near the front, give it an extra pop of color, because I don't know, it just looks cool. And then I put the extra thing back out, and I'm like, okay, this isn't looking horrible. I like how it looks so far. And so now I'm just checking it out, making sure everything is looking pretty good, how I like to see it. And so then next I decided to put the roof back on, but in the same places where the fences were instead of around it, because you'll see later how what I did to put the roof. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you'll see what I did later to make the roof more better, I guess. And so then I put glass on top to give it a skylight, because I love skylights. I think skylights on modern builds and just builds in general are absolutely beautiful, and it really does help bring a lot of light into your house or whatever other build you're doing, a greenhouse, let's say. It gives it a lot of light, and so you don't really need to use that many lanterns or torches. And now you can see what I'm talking about with the roof. I put stone slabs on top of it to make it stand out a bit more and to drop it down to how I wanted it to be. And I'm like, okay, it's looking pretty good. And so then I was like, it needs a little bit more dimension though. See where my thought process is going, and now I'm bringing another layer out, and therefore dimension. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I love building like tiny things in Minecraft. I think they're so much fun, and they're not that time consuming, and they're super easy to detail, especially if you're a beginner builder. Build small things, because it helps develop your building style, and then you can eventually grow bigger, and then you'll see all those tiny things that you may be missing and you want fixed. And so next I decided to break the top roofing thing and placed gray and then brought it down. See how much nicer that looks and how much more modern? And then it just adds that extra, like, you can just see the improvement just by doing one tiny thing. Like, you can just see it gives it extra shape, dimension. I keep saying dimension in this video because in modern builds with how square it is, it's very important. So take a drink of apple juice every time I say dimension in this video. Okay, next up is the little water part that I added, which I thought looked pretty cool and like aesthetic and super cute. And so you place trapdoors in front of a block, and then you break the blocks and then make a little waterfall, and look at that, it's super cute. I know a lot of people use that, so it's not that abnormal to do that, but just in case you didn't know, you can put water in between trapdoors, and trapdoors can stand up by themselves, because OG Minecrafters will remember that trapdoors would break on the block that it was on if you broke the block behind it. And it also had to be placed on a block. You couldn't place it like on the floor or on top of the block. It only had to be on the side, I think. Which was honestly quite annoying, but I'm glad they fixed it. And so you can see I ran a log in the middle, matching where the flow of the waterfall was. And then here is where I put the bell, because, you know, the villagers need the bell in case a raid is coming. You don't want the villagers to die, so they ring the bell. I found this out a while ago, and when I found out, I was like, oh my god, that's like actually kind of sad, because I would go around and I would steal their bells, and then I would just kind of like not care, and then just say, yo, like, peace out. Yeah, I would just say swag and just take the bells because I thought the bells were cool. I don't even know what I would use them for. I would just take them. And now I know that they need them so that they don't die by mobs or die by a raid. And so here, I knew that the build is just missing something like on the side. And so I decided to put trapdoors standing up, and beautiful. Look at that! It gives it that extra modernness. Isn't that beautiful? I love building in Minecraft. You can just get so creative. And so, yeah, trapdoors are a girl's best friend in Minecraft. They put so much detail in with so little effort. Just look at that. It looks absolutely amazing. And yeah, I love it. And so then I decided that it needed just a little, like, voyage in the middle. So I added yellow glazed terracotta because it just matches the vibe. And so yeah. And so now you're here you're just gonna be adding some extra light. I'm adding some lanterns around near the front, like the middle parts, and yeah, in the middle parts, and then I added some in the middle on top of the glaze. I wanted it to be centered because I'm OCD. I need everything to be symmetrical. And so then here I was like, this wall is still missing just a little bit of something. And so then I had a good idea to put glowstone there and then put acacia trapdoors around, because it looks like a tiny face if you look. It's so funny. But it really ties it all together, I think, and it makes it look, it looks like a robot face. Now that I said that, I can't unsee it, but it's still very beautiful. And so yeah, here's the finished build. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this tutorial / voiceover really helped you and inspired you to do something like this in your village. I really enjoyed this build. I really enjoyed talking with you, and hopefully you took something out of this, I guess. If you enjoyed watching and you like my content, give this video a big thumbs up and click that subscribe button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye!